All right, Mal, it's your time.
All right,
The light is on
Shine.
you.
your time is up.
Shine.
My time
Mal,
is
let your
now.
light shine down.
You can't see me. My time.
Shine
is now.
on, Mal. Shine on.
I have been playing a little game recently called Moonlighter.
I have no
What
clue what
is
this game
Moonlighter?
is.
What,
I mean,
seriously?
you probably do. We did talk about it
I was gonna
briefly.
say.
Did we?
Yeah.
I mean, no. Me and Obs did after a streaming session, I believe. It's
Maybe I just don't remember.
yeah. So
Obs is a bad friend. He wasn't even paying attention to what you were saying, Mal.
it's an action RPG
Exposed.
indie game. It came out May 29th. And they call it roguelite. Like it
Oh no! Now I see it. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's
yeah, you had to look it up.
Yeah, I did have
So-
to Google it.
you play Will, who
Silly.
inherited his parents' shop in a town that propped up around some dungeons where heroes would go and explore and try and figure out what's going on, basically. And so by day you run a shop, and by night you go into the
Zelda.
dungeons and get stuff for your shop. Yeah, so there's a very basic story, like gets you started. Like you're not a hero, you're a merchant, so you can only go into the the easiest dungeon to fill your shop.
So,
But yeah, it plays like that sort of top-down style action game, like the older Zeldas, sort of. It's very charming, I guess. Like the visual aspects are they're very like the bulk probably went towards the visual style. Like they put in a lot of work. This is also their first game. It's just some Digital Sun Games is the studio, but it's just a small indie studio. This is their first game. So yeah, during the day you'll be able to put out items for sale. People will come in. You have to set the prices. Like you might try and be like, 50 gold, and then someone will come in and be like, this is too much, and they'll leave. Or they'll be like, or they'll get like gold, I guess, in their eyes, and they'll be like, this is basically, it tells you was a steal for them. You're not charging enough at all. So you get to dial in the prices. And then you also get eventually you get to start unlocking more stuff in the town, because the town you are in is basically nothing has really come about from these dungeons in like a generation. So the town is kind of dying. So you get the option to start investing back into the town, which opens up like the armorer or the enchanter and some other shops and a banker.
so
And yeah.
okay, go. Sorry.
No, what?
I was gonna ask. So, like, do you start when you're starting the game off? Do you just like how does it kind of open up for you? Like,
So
what-
the game starts off with a broom trying to go through in this dungeon, and
That
it's
is
basically a
amazing.
quick tutorial. It just teaches you how the game works, and then eventually you get to a room where there's too much. You can't. There's like a bunch of enemies that you can't deal with, and you get. I mean, you die or whatever. Your health runs out, and you get basically when your health runs out, you just get spit out of the dungeon. And then the old like the elder of the town comes across as you and's like, well, at one point I'm pretty sure he takes you back to your bed, and then he's like, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Yeah.
Sword and shield.
Yeah.
it's amazing.
And so that's your actual starter weapon.
That's great.
Yes, the game has 5 weapons. There's the spear, the sword and shield, the great sword, the knuckles, and a bow.
So a little bit of Secret of Mana in there too.
Yeah.
I ended up being quite the fan of the spear and bow because you can equip 2 weapons and cycle through them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then so what you collect in the dungeons you can sell, but you also need to hold on to stuff that you will need for crafting purposes, basically. So there's kind of that management aspect of it as well. And then whenever you're in the dungeon, you only have so much room in your backpack. So eventually you got to like start cutting the cheaper stuff maybe as you try and get clear out or keep going deeper maybe. And each time you enter a dungeon, it's all random, like it's all procedurally generated. The floor, each dungeon has 3 floors. There are the 4 dungeons that you know about, and then there's the 5th that is never been opened.
Okay, so there's definitely something for the world then to explore, and there's a bit of a mystery to it as well.
Yeah, there's not a lot of story going on, but there's some. And then like there's a bunch of like you'll find random pages as you explore, like to flesh out the lore of the world and like different expeditions into the dungeons you'll learn about.
That's your dig, Mal. That was more your dig kind of stuff too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like kind of
Very Dark Souls.
Yeah. Again, it's all very charming. The visuals are amazing. I love the style.
Graphic.
Yeah,
any sprite graphic
really
game,
good.
I just love it.
Yeah,
like how they look.
Like the sprites are wonderful.
The music's very enjoyable. It's unfortunately it is kind of shallow right now. There's not a lot to like mechanically going on. So the Kickstarter raised just under 140,000, I believe. 134,000. So there were quite a few stretch goals they because the original was for 40,000. So they hit every stretch goal they put on there, and not all of them have been implemented yet, which will add more, like thematic armor and weapons, special abilities that you'll getting, and a hardcore mode that turns the rogue light into a rogue like. So I assume you just have to reset if you die. So yeah, there's like, I know they've been. I don't know how big the studio is. They have they're decently active on the subreddit. Like the subreddit's not super active, but like developers answering questions and talking about the game. And they're coming out with a roadmap soon to like, definitively show like what's coming.
All right.
So I think I took it a bit easy. So this game was great for me to just like sit and play.
It's not like, a chill game.
Yeah, and chill basically. And so I took my time with it, and it took me only about 20 hours.
That's good for $20.
Right, and it's a $20 game, which is I'm perfectly fine with spending $1 for an hour of entertainment.
Yeah,
basically. And I could have easily beaten in 15. And I've seen some people who have like said it's too easy and they beat it in 10. So
just wait for the speed runs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Like, and I also got it on sale for $16. So like getting on sale might be the more way to go right now. And once they I think once they implement everything, it'll be a much richer gaming experience. Right now, it feels a little light, but just the style and aesthetics and everything, it was definitely something. It was super enjoyable for me, and I haven't been able to play a lot of games lately, so I've just like haven't been into it. But this was like chill enough for me to just kind of drop in and play. And it's coming out with a Switch version later this year.
I'll probably wait till then.
Yeah, Switch version would sound pretty fun for this.
Yeah, I think it would work really well on Switch.
I get all my like old school indie like pixel art games on the Switch.
Yeah,
because it just feels like they fit there. But no, you gotta have something to hold you over another month till Dragon Quest comes out, right?
Oh yeah. Well, so we'll get Octopath soon.
Yeah, we will. It'll be the mad rush for me to beat that 100-hour game before Dragon Quest comes out.
Right.
I can do it.
Yeah, it's like I say this. It's like it only took me 20 hours to beat, and it's like for a lot of people that's actually a decent amount of time. But when you're used to playing like 100-hour games, it's so different.
Yeah, it totally is. That's how those games become chill games for you, because you
Yeah.
can just like relax and sit back and go at your own pace. And
I've actually never really I've never played any of the original Zeldas, so like I've never actually played many styles of this game. I've played some roguelikes, like actual roguelikes where you just have to start over if you die. Outside of that, I've not played many like the top down 2-ish D action games.
That's cool, man. You should go back and play some more of those. Actually,
I mean, I quite enjoyed this one, so I'm not opposed to it.
Link to the Past. Play a Link to the Past. Don't play original Zelda. And God, don't play Zelda 2. I love Zelda 2, but that game that's probably the hardest game I've beaten. That or Ninja Gaiden 1 probably is the most like sit down for a whole day and beat this old ass NES game. But
I think it comes down. I found it very charming. Is like this is basically what I found about it. And I wish there was more. Honestly, like I enjoy running a shop's not tedious. It was an interesting idea. Like there is an economy, like quote unquote, but it like certain items are more in demand each day, which basically means like more people will come in for that versus something like if it's in low demand, you might not sell.
It reminds me of Harvest Moon, but the games that were for the DS. I can't remember what that series. They had like basically like a spin-off series.
Well, the people that originally
remember Rune Factory.
Rune Factory.
I did see people say Rune Factory is very similar, but with a lot more going on. Yeah. So, like I saw someone like if you want more like this, but more to do, go with Rune Factory 4.
Yeah,
that's kind of sad to hear, but hopefully the DLC stuff will expand it, so to speak.
Yeah, the stretch goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been up to.
All right.
I gotta definitely play this game at some point. It looks very fun.
Yeah, like if you can grab it on sale, especially, it'll be a good. I think it's a good deal.
Let me know if it's ever on sale too, because I'm not opposed to like getting it at a discount price before the Switch version. So.
Let me just double check right now.
There will eventually be a time when I have downtime, and my backlog is almost completely clear now that I've played South Park. So I basically have Nier.
Oh yeah, play Nier.
It's never on sale.
Oh yeah,
till after the last time you pointed it out.
Guess what? Just can't. Is it on Steam?
It's not.
Yeah, just double checking because it's
it's the Steam
summer sale.
And no, but unrelated, Neo no Kuni is on sale, so I might grab that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is not on sale, unfortunately, for the summer sale.
There you go.
But
Rats. I'll play it eventually.
Neither is Nier, but you really shouldn't play that on PC.
I'll play it on the Xbox One XS.
Nier has some damaging bugs that just never got fixed.
Yeah, that's what my buddy told me. That's where he played it on. But
whoever did that port did an awful job, apparently.